two questions I said are most important to me. My hair was down the middle of my back. And, you know, I'm a hairdresser, so, you know, that was important to me. But I asked him, am I going to die? And am I going to lose my hair? It was just one of those things, you just see somebody and you're just like, I'm going to marry that guy.
And the funny thing is about being at the fair is neither one of us were supposed to be there that night.
So I tell girls that it can, you know, you can meet Mr. Wonderful anywhere.
Love happens at the Sangamon County Fair. I mean,
My oldest daughter's name's Kirsten, and then my twins are Molly and Zachary. Through my beauty shop, I do a couple ladies' hair that run the women's fair. And so I'd taken Molly in there at the time she was 10, and the Central Illinois Blood Bank semi was out in the parking lot, and I thought I would take her over there and show her how easy it was to donate blood. The guy took my blood and he come back and told me that they couldn't accept my blood because I was anemic. So I went to see Dr. Shakowski, and then I got the news. It was December 20th of 2011 that I had cancer in my colon. And after they had looked into it further and did a biopsy, it was ovarian cancer. My ovaries were completely compacted with cancer in my colon. You know, you get that diagnosis with cancer and you just think that's the end.
She was living her life, she had family and kids, and this diagnosis and this situation was very stressful for her.
It was an awful time. And I think mainly for my kids, we didn't tell them until the day after Christmas. And that was probably the hardest thing that I have ever had to do.
She coped extremely well, and I really learned to admire her.
So we went over to my beauty shop, my husband and I did. I sat down in my chair and he took the clippers and started shaving my head, turned me away from the mirror. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget that day.
you know, she turns around, she looks at me and goes, does this haircut make my butt look big? Well, I'm in tears, but I'm laughing at the same time.
It was upsetting, but it wasn't like I thought it was gonna be. You know, I was like, okay, let's get on with this. Let's move on. So I started my chemo with Dr. Shakowski. I did 3 rounds of that, and then I did a surgery, and then I was cancer-free for 4 years. It came back in 2015 at Christmas time again. I went and had surgery again to remove it, did 6 more rounds of chemotherapy, and it came back again in February of last year, of 2017. So we did 6 more rounds of chemotherapy, and so far, everything is good.
That she has a good support system. I've seen her husband coming to the office with her, supporting her. I've seen her daughter. And throughout her treatment, I've seen many friends.
I mean, I had 30 rounds of chemo altogether, and I was never alone, not one time. I mean, when I went in and got my scan after I finished my chemo treatment, which is huge because you want to find out, has it grown? Did it kill it? What's going on? Before we got home, he was calling me on my phone to tell me my scan results were good.
The thing is I think it was his attitude that instilled in her the attitude that helped all of us, because he was very positive. And he was very, you can beat this, Barb. This is not a death sentence.
You know, it's huge to have a doctor that's not just your doctor, but is your caregiver.
I've been amazed at the stuff that she's been able to do and the things that she does. You know, days after chemo and going sitting and watching softball games, or going to Scholastic Bowl meets, or going and sitting and watching band concerts, or, you know, and I know she doesn't feel good, and I know that her feet hurt, and I know that she's just exhausted, but she's not gonna miss it for nothing.
I want to be an example for my girls. I want them to learn how to be a woman and how to live life through me. And going through all this, I hope they have. You know, you just have to just pick yourself up and deal with it, you know. Try to look at the positives and get good doctors and get a good support system. I'm lucky that I've had all of that and more, you know. It's gotten me right here today.